my chest. I will not bend. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. 11. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
11 coming.
Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second and 12, Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Third and long, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
York able to send this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 1, ready?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Steps away. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
11 MP, 11 MP. 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Burrow will throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And some room to roam now. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 15 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
12.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
On 1, ready?
Final play of the half for Burrow and company.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Burrow's throw there into the hands of Ross.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And just a 30-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, it's Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now. Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
11 MT, take 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
11 MT. Turbo hot. 11.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
Well, you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are on time now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On 4th down, Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
70 yards.
And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. York on now for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Browns 31, Bengals 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Here we go, here we go.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 Thomas.
And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fights through it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Once again, they run with Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Chubb will get the call, running left. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 128 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And again, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go up the middle with Chubb. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
from the gun. It's a give to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, he had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
12.
Now Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had...
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11, Thomas.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
11, mighty. 11, mighty.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They find some open field here. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Mixing up the middle. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff to Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
11 empty.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
It's your set. 11 empty.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
So right now, what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react, and not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Chubb on the counter. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT.
Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York.
This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time. And let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for the Browns, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds in the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I make him pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they glad